So,
Hi.
hola.
Hi, everyone.
Hey. That's my favorite thing about Sweden so far is just how they say, hey. How you doing? Hello, Sarah. I nearly said Sarah. Guys, I'm practicing to say Sarah in the Dutch way rather than Sarah, as we say. Okay. And we've got Dylan. Hey, Dylan in France. We've got Sarah in the Netherlands. And you're in bed with me and Clara again tonight. And guys, we have to say we've got really terrible Wi-Fi here in our hotel. So if we go, Sarah and Dylan will be taking over the live if we freeze or if we disappear. And we don't really have a lot new to talk about because we've been waiting for some rehearsal clip that is meant to be released at 9 p.m. CET on the official Eurovision channel, but we haven't seen it yet. So we've not seen officially any rehearsal clips, but we have unofficially seen some rehearsal clips, which you guys have probably already seen kind of leaked on Twitter or on Instagram. I'm going to come to you shortly, but let's quickly say hello to Mark Bugord. Hello to you.
Hi.
Switzerland will be ready to welcome you all in 2025. Janine is already the favourite to host the contest if Switzerland win. Mark, where do you live? Because if you remember, I've already got a verbal contract with you that I'm coming to stay with you in Switzerland if Switzerland win, because we hear Switzerland is très cher. Is that very expensive?
Yes, that's what it means.
So you might have the whole Vox squad staying with you. Yeah. No, we'll even go in a tent outside. We're nothing stops us going to Eurovision. Hey, Cinnamilly, how you doing, guys? If you haven't followed us on TikTok, make sure you go and follow us there, please. Cinnamilly is part of the Vox squad. She's put on lots of work into TikTok along with Ibrahim. So go and give a big thumbs up to their work. We have got Bubble Pirate, no pirate ship on stage.
Yeah, nobody decided to include that in any of the performances.
Well, we have yet to see the big five, so who knows?
I've got to imagine that if the UK came with a pirate ship on stage. We've got Daniela Tessa from Croatia. Hrvatska. Hello to you. One of the favourites to win this year. We were walking and talking back to the hotel, and I think you've got Croatia down as
I hope it wins
as a winner.
Yes, because I think everyone would love to go to Croatia next year.
Oh yes.
And even Mark Bugard, he would like to have his living room quite free, I would say.
Well, I think he would still prefer a Swiss win. He deserves it. He's been waiting a long time. We've got Hey Mickey Fort. We've got Levianity. Levianity. I hope I said that right. We've got Lee Fern from back in the UK. Hey Lee. We've got LT Crumb. We've got Andy M from Hrvatska as well. Hello to you, Bok. We've got Pinka from Lithuania.
Hello.
Oh, and of course, if you haven't checked out our interview with Sylvester on our channel, make sure you go and have a look at that. Thank you so much for the kind words, Pinka. We've got Emily Espersen from Denmark. We are doing amazing, and we've had a lovely day today, actually, a very quiet day. But we hope that you're enjoying Eurovision so far. The clips that you've seen on TikTok, I got that right tonight.
Yes.
And also from any of the content that we've put out for you as well. We've got Ellen Hanwright in Australia. You made the trip from Australia.
Oh, you're coming.
Oh my gosh, Ellen, you're coming to Eurovision.
Nice.
Oh, so Ellen, you've always been a big supporter of ours, all from Australia, and thank you so much for that. You're one of the people that helped us hit 25,000 subscribers a few weeks ago when the girls were in Amsterdam. So we would dearly, dearly love to meet you. So I don't know if you use Instagram or any of the socials, but send us a message on Instagram to the Eurovox account, and we will definitely try and make that happen. We would dearly love to meet you. We've got Rye Bailey. Oh, thank you so much, Rye, and you're also a big supporter. I'm going to remember this one. Bubble Pirate asked for best dance break 2024, so we'll come back to that. We've got Hankaloo. You think this year jury votes will be totally different than public? Neither Swiss, neither Croatia are going to win. Jury won't give it points. Jury won't give it points. In your opinion, closer to satisfy jury and public will be Italy. Is that Italy or Lithuania?
I think it's Lithuania and Ukraine.
Lithuania and Ukraine. Oh, and Ellen, you're in Copenhagen now. So Jess is actually traveling over from Copenhagen to. Oh no, she should be here by now, actually. And Ryan Bailey, answers your question. Jess will probably be joining us in this live. She's literally just arrived in Malmö. Hankaloo, you're saying Italy and Ukraine. We were we haven't seen any of the staging from Italy yet, of course. However, we did see a stand-in clip, which you guys can probably find on Twitter. I think it's like 10 seconds of the stand-in. So she is joined by dancers, but that's not a surprise. I think we knew that. We knew that already. Samuele from Team Eurovox has been keeping us abreast of all the information regarding Italy's performance. However, let's start with Ukraine, because we did see a clip of Ukraine's rehearsal. And Sarah, let's come to you first. Did you see this clip?
I've seen it.
What do you think?
I like it, but I'm not sure yet. I mean, it's giving the same vibes that we've already seen of performances for me. It's not that much of a difference. And I always hope to see so much difference on the Eurovision stage than on any other stages for national finals, but it's not bad. I mean, I like it. It's just kind of mid for me right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this addition of this kind of
rock.
Is it a rock, like a hill, like a ramp that she's walking? It's very gold, but I think this is going to be a gold and blue and white contest this year anyway. But for me, the vocals, the live vocals really stood out. Dylan, what did you think?
Yeah, I agree with you both. I think, well, Ukraine has been my favorite since the beginning, and the Vidbeer. I have to say that the scenography and the staging is, is very good in my opinion, but it's nothing too bold. It's what Ukraine knows how to do. It's similar to what they've been doing so far, so they're not taking any risks there. And this is maybe why I am, and maybe others might be slightly disappointed. But when it comes to the rest, I mean, Ukraine is still on top. The vocals are great. Everything else seems to me to be really falling into pieces like a puzzle. And I still think Ukraine is one of the main contenders for the final victory this year.
Yeah, I think what we've been saying today and probably over the past few days is, my prediction is that the winner of Eurovision this year will possibly not win either the televote or the jury vote, and may possibly not even come second in either of those. I think we could be looking at a year where maybe someone that could come third in both of those votes ends up being the winner, because one, we've got so many good songs this year.
This is amazing.
Two, the stage in Malmö is freaking amazing. So I think however a lot of these songs are staged, it's going to look amazing on this stage. And I just think the votes are going to be coming in all over the place. And I think we're going to have one of those years where people where people are saying, "Oh, it's not the real winner. It didn't win. It didn't win the jury or the public vote," and blah 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 blah. I don't know why I'm talking about that.
Because we were talking about who was going to win.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
So a song like Ukraine, could end up being the winner along with about 10 other songs.
Yes.
This year. I think that's where we might get our shot, even with Croatia, because Croatia is probably one of the favourites to win the public vote this year, I would say. But then if it performs, you know, if it came sort of 7th or 8th with the jury, and then a country like Ukraine comes second in the public vote and third in the jury vote, and I think it will do well in both. That could be how you end up with Ukraine as a potential winner this year over maybe one of the favorites such as Croatia or Switzerland, maybe.
Yeah.
Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about for once?
Actually, yes.
I hope that makes sense. I have a funny way of explaining things. I'm quickly going to say hello to Bubble Pirate says Ukraine best dressed, awesome outfit. I have to say the girls look stunning actually in what they're wearing. We've got Onik from Armenia. Hello to you, Onik. Was I singing that in the shower?
Yes.
Okay, I was singing. I was singing your entry. I cannot wait to see the full performance of Armenia because it's going to be so much fun. I keep saying it gives me Horodin Moldova vibes, and I feel like I'm just going to be kind of dancing around, and it's, you know, it's kind of a little bit of comedy, but kind of done in a really classy way. I think Armenia is going to surprise people this year. Yeah. Dylan, what do you think about Armenia?
I love Armenia. Actually, I went to see LADANIVA in a concert in Paris a few weeks ago, because so LADANIVA is made of two persons. One is, and both met in Lille, actually, so in northern France, and they live there. They work there usually, and I love them because I think they have a unique voice and stage energy and presence that is really amazing. And in my opinion, this will be like Zdub and Trenetul in 2022. I think it was. It's the same kind of energy and vibes, and I think it will appeal to the televote a lot. And so it is definitely a top 10 for me. Armenia is an amazing entry this year. Last year it was really good as well. But every year they keep surprising us. And also what's fun with Armenia is that it's never the same kind, you know, of entries. They like to change and to reinvent everything, and they do it very well. So I'm confident for Armenia, and I'm hopeful for them to have very good results.
Sarah, do you know what? If they don't have a chicken and an apple and a LADANIVA on stage, though, like the actual LADANIVA, the car, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. But Sarah, what do you think?
I really like Armenia. It makes me so happy to watch the Armenian entry this year and to listen to it. It just, like you said, it just want to make you get up and dance. All I want to do is like to make this hand move and turn around and spin around, and it's really fun. Regarding the chicken, though, because I have a very bad phobia of birds.
Do you?
If you have a chicken on stage, it will be minus. They will have points taken off from you.
I hate to tell you, but I think birds are quite heavily featured in your own entry this year.
I know. Sorry.
Armenia.
Oh, Armenia. I love it. Visually, it's just so cheerful and so happy and so colorful. It is a celebration of music, which I love, and a celebration of a culture. And I think it's one of the few entries this year that have their like their national signature to it, because there's a lot of songs that could be from any country if you didn't know who was singing it.
I just saw a comment from Hankaloo saying Ukraine vocal hit the right notes, will be first to third in the jury. I agree. I think Ukraine is going to come really high up in the jury, actually. But can I see it winning the jury? I don't know. In my head, Switzerland's going to be the jury winner. I don't know. I might have that completely wrong. No?
I agree. I think so as well.
Or Italy could be the jury winner for me.
Actually, yes. I said that a while ago, and I think people were like, no, it won't win the jury. But I actually think
it's really good quality. Like, and vocally and melodically, and the composition of the track, everything is there. And stage-wise, the little 5 seconds we've seen, it's very elegant. So.
And I'm always never quite sure with Italy, like how they're going to do it staging. But I think they're learning lessons every year. Because I remember even when we saw Mahmood in 2019, I was like, oh, it just doesn't look, it wasn't what I expected, it doesn't look right. But yeah, we've some love from Eurovisia.org.
Our Polish
in
friends.
Poland, for Sara and Dylan. And we have to say shout out to Maria, who's obviously part of Eurovox, but is also very, very heavily involved and working like a soldier to get interviews for Eurovisia.org. So their interviews are in English, so do make sure you go out and check Maria's interviews on that channel as well. We've got a Fred. Where are you, Fred? We thought Fred was going to be here, but we think Fred's been busy doing other stuff tonight. Have you, Fred? Yeah, you're in the wrong hotel room, Fred. What about Switzerland? Oh, we've just spoken about Switzerland. Bubble Pirate, your top 5 are Croatia, Ukraine, Netherlands, Ireland, and some love for the UK. Thank you for that. Well, let's talk about Netherlands, shall we? Because obviously, Sara, you got to see the first or a clip of the first rehearsal yesterday. Happy?
I mean, there's a bird. That's one thing. It's so much. I feel like it's going to be so much going on that it distracts from the actual performance and the song. So I don't know. I don't really know yet how to feel about it. I mean, it's classic Joost from what I've seen, and I really like it when he is hakken on stage, the dance moves. I really like that part, but for the rest, I just think there's so much going on with the visuals and the outfit and the bird and everything.
Yeah, didn't you expect like crazy? I mean, we knew it was going to be crazy. What's the hype like back home for this? Because I've had like lots of messages from kind of Dutch friends who all want to know, like, have you seen rehearsal? What's it like? You know, do you think we can win? Is the hype still really big at home?
Yeah, for sure. Joost has a very big following here, especially with younger people, I feel like. So, and they are very fanatic supporters. So they make a lot of noise on social media in supporting Joost, and that's really nice. So yeah, it lives here.
Clara, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with Sara. It's a little. I do fear there's going to be a surprising element at once. Because first they're going to see, I don't know if first, but there's going to be a moment where there's going to be this error on screen. Then the brain scans, then the bird, then the hacker. And you can only watch that for 3 minutes. Like he only has 3 minutes on stage. So they're either going to be the 3 most chaotic minutes on stage, or everyone's going to be dizzy after looking at this. Or they have managed to structure it very cleverly and timely to where our brains can visual rest in like certain elements to make it palatable for everyone.
I have no idea if this is a Dylan type song or not. And he's not moving. Dylan?
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Oh, you there?
No, it's just everything went blank. No, sorry. When it comes to the Netherlands, I have mixed feelings about it. I agree that the staging might be a bit too much, in my opinion. As Sara said, you get lost and you're not focusing on the performance. I love the song and the message it's conveying, but for some reason, and this is very personal, and I don't mean to offend anyone here, but I just don't get any personal connection with the singer on the stage or in his attitude in general. So, you know, I don't know. It's very personal, of course, but as I don't feel anything for him and his song in general, I don't really like it more than that. I mean, it's nice to listen to, but it's not something I would go for.
I get that he's his character and he's playing his character, but I guess
the character gives me a bit too much of I'm trying too hard, you know, the kind of vibes, and I really don't like that type of personality. But this is just my personal judgment, of course. Other than that, from what I've seen in the rehearsal, I think he's doing good, except the fact that there might be too many elements at once. But yeah, again, personal opinion.
Yeah, and these performers have to endear themselves to people as well in this in the 3 minutes. So you don't want to be. But I think that's very important for him to remember. Because he comes across as very cocky, and and that's his whole that's his whole persona. But he needs to make sure that it's not overdone in a way that it then puts off the audience. I don't know. Does that make sense, Sarah? Because obviously he's an artist that you know very well.
Yeah, it does, and he has always been a character for sure. But I feel like since Eurovision. The story of Eurovision and Joost has started, the character has grown and it has gone into a direction that I'm not really sure about, because it's very hard to get to feel a personal connection with him, with the character he is portraying. So I feel it's just a little bit overdone, maybe.
Still going to get a really good result, though. Yes. I think at Eurovision. Yeah, I don't think we can discount the Netherlands, and still one of the favourites. I think in the odds. I think it's in the top 5.
4 now.
4 in the odds. I don't tend to read the odds too much because they will start to change.
Imagine if there's like a battle point to point between Netherlands and Croatia. I could see that happening actually.
Yeah. Rye Bailey saying not many people talking about the UK this year, but obviously the Big Five haven't rehearsed yet. So
we've seen Ollie Alexander today.
We did see Ollie Alexander today walking through the park. So we did have a quick hello. I believe the UK delegation arrived today, obviously ready for their rehearsal tomorrow. And Rye Bailey's also saying that Armenia song stuck in your head. We've got Pleb on the web. Love that username. Just seen the Irish clip, and the 15 seconds of it are amazing. Bam-winning camera angles game for sure. Well, hopefully we will get to see some more of the camera angles over the next couple of days. Guys, let us know if they have uploaded this rehearsal clip yet, because we were hoping to watch it before we came and spoke to you guys, but obviously it's not up yet. And Pedestal is saying, when will they release the rehearsal clips? We're still waiting, like you guys. We've got Nil Era in the house. How you doing, Nil Era? We've got Hankaloo. Switzerland, the pink feather dress is a no-no. So someone did comment on our video from yesterday that apparently the outfit that Nemo was wearing isn't the outfit that they're going to wear on stage. And I did kind of allude to that. I didn't think it was going to be the outfit. For me, it wouldn't fit in with how they were going to stage, or they're going to stage this. So we will see. Ibrahim, who I can see in the live chat, is part of the Vox squad. He's from Switzerland. Hi. So he may have heard some other rumors. Ibrahim, do let us know if you have. Right, Lee Fern, what countries do we think will finish in the bottom 5 this year? Oh,
Czechia.
So you think bottom? Not in the final.
Yeah.
I think in the final. Maybe.
In the final, or not even qualifying.
Okay, so if they qualify, but then bottom 5 in the final, Spain. Well, Spain is already pre-qualified, but I don't think Spain is doing good this year. And Germany.
Germany, yeah. I was just going to say Germany. I really like the song from Germany, though, but I don't think it's going to do well.
Who else?
I think
maybe Georgia. If Georgia manages to qualify, I don't think it will be great in the voting wise.
Although the staging looks fantastic for Georgia this year,
which I think is what is going to make them qualify. But is it enough for the grand final night?
Yeah, it's always this point where I forget that there's no juries in the semi-finals, so a country can do really well in a semi-final and then end up with a really poor position in the final.
Yeah.
I think one of the ballads is going to finish lower than 1 we would like, and 2 we would expect. And when I'm talking about ballads, I'm talking about Portugal and Serbia. And I love them. I think they're both beautiful, beautiful, beautiful songs. I just don't know for this year whether people are going to be voting for them in the final. I do think they will qualify though.
Do you think Latvia is not qualifying?
Oh, my Dons.
I don't think.
I'm still standing by that. I think Latvia is going to be our Estonia from last year. I think it's going to be a song that maybe people have been sleeping on, and I think that it will all of a sudden you'll get to the end of the voting and you'll realise that they're in the top 10, like we did with Estonia.
Yes.
No, because it was only at the end of the voting in Liverpool. I was like, oh, Estonia came off. And I think Latvia is potentially that song this year.
Fingers crossed.
I can see that because I wasn't really feeling the song. It was like kind of mid for me before Eurovision in concert, and then I saw it with Eurovision in concert, and I was blown away.
His vocals are amazing. And he spoke to Clara yesterday. It was yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
And you can watch that interview on our channel. And he spoke about kind of some of his musical influences, and it was Freddie Mercury, who everyone seems to always pick as their idol. And I was actually there behind the camera feeling like I was about to start crying when he was talking about Freddie Mercury, because I love Freddie Mercury, but just hearing about how Freddie Mercury has impacted his life and his career, and it made me feel really emotional. But also Elton John, Celine Dion were his kind of his go-to idols, would you say? Influencers, yeah. And yeah, I mean, he's got an amazing voice. I mean, there's lots amazing about Don's, but his voice is one of those things. And the chest and the body and the arms.
The video just premiered now.
So did you want to? So guys, I would never ask you to leave our live. However, if you did quickly want to go and watch the clips, we're probably going to watch them one by one. Oh, it's premiering, so it's not quite up yet. And in answer to your question, Preslav, it's about to go live on their YouTube. Lee Fern, anyway, I think we half answered your question. Who do you think will be in the bottom 5?
Who do you actually think, Lee Fern? Which are your picks for the bottom 5?
Yeah, let's have a look. Ibrahim, you're saying that the Netherlands is a bit much as well. We've got ESC, hello to you. You're saying Netherlands actually made you laugh out loud. Fred, you're saying Netherlands is just too much. Eurovision has increased in quality, but this is a typical novelty entry. I think we have the changes in the semi-finals to thank for maybe some of the changes in the type of songs that we've had. Andy M, I think you're talking about Netherlands as well, catchy but no emotional connection. Rai Bailey, you're disappointed in the Netherlands staging.
I think we need to see the full clip to get a full sense of the staging.
On in travel, you're saying Netherlands is in your bottom 3. Hanka Lou, you're saying you like Spain is the most authentic act. I only found out the 2 things that I found out yesterday that I never knew. I never knew they were a couple. They're a couple,
They're
right?
married and have 2 children.
Yeah, I never knew. The other thing I never knew, and Sarah, I'm so sorry for this. I never knew that Benelux was Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
No, I'm honestly not kidding.
Name, you know,
3 countries, and I went, oh my God, Benelux, like Belgium, Netherlands. I never knew.
Yeah.
In 40 years. My voice has got really high. Hankaloo, for you, Croatia is trying too hard too. Okay. I don't know if I feel Croatia's trying too hard.
I think they may be trying a little. The thing is, I find Marco's character personality off stage very charming, very sweet. And then the Marco on stage that he's trying to portray, the baby Lasagna, is like a rave, party rave, or like a party metal kind of guy. So sometimes I think it's hard to make the connection between this adorable cat lover and the baby Lasagna on stage that is not going back, whoa, and sold his cow.
Oh, poor cow. LET wants to know, do we think the UK will be bottom 5? I'm going to get dragged maybe, but I think possibly UK could be bottom 5 again this year, but we haven't seen staging. So I've got, the only thing I've got to base that on is that there's hype around Ollie Alexander, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of hype around the song, and that worries me.
Yeah.
That's a great way to describe it.
Will be bottom 5 though. I think they will make it just above.
I hope so. I really hope so. It's just I just dread going back to the it's all political and no one ever votes for us.
Maybe if Austria qualifies, they would be also bottom 5.
Yeah, because we were speaking about Austria yesterday, and I've got that down as a potential Kate Ryan scenario where big fan favourite in the fandom, but may not qualify for the final. What do you guys think?
Yes, it can happen indeed, especially if the kind of song she's offering for this year's contest is something the fans are absolutely craving for. But again, is the average viewers into it? I'm not so sure, because it is some sort of sweet memory, from music from when we were maybe younger, mid 2000s. So maybe many of the nowadays viewers won't buy it. Also, there is the problem, let's say, of her vocals. Is she going to be able to have the right vocal or not? I don't know. Because her performance also involves a lot of dance moves, and if she has weak vocals, and the dance move will only accentuate the poor vocals. So she might be no qualifier.
Yeah, I hope she's not, because I do really like the song, and I would love to see a song I think it'd be good for Eurovision to have this song in the final, because it's very it's not like anything else that we've got, and I hate to lose Austria from the final in place of something that is a bit like something else that we've already got, if that makes sense. I would like to have it for the variety. We've got Aris M. You're saying UK has grown on you. Like I said, I think the staging is going to change the UK's fortunes as well. And I do think that I'm hoping some really interesting visual staging. The UK has definitely upped their staging game, I would say, since the trumpets, which we strangely actually listened to, didn't we, earlier? I can't remember why, but because
we were trying to remember the song, and I could only sing Hera Björk.
But why are we trying to think of what James Newman sounded like? Because I literally tried to block it from my mind. Why are we?
I don't know. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. Anyway, we did listen to it. Yeah. Let's have a look. And you're saying Islands clip is released by RT. Looks amazing. Okay. We've got Margus79, Baby Lasagna. So you're here for Croatia. We have got Hankalu, who says Serbia. You think Serbia will get the jury vote? Serbia's in a very good place this year, because in the semi-final they've also got Croatia and Slovenia. So I do think Serbia will be more a jury song rather than a televote song. Well,
I just saw that you have 58,000 emails unread.
Oh no! Oh god, I'm so embarrassed.
Sorry, I was so shocked. I've never seen such a big number.
I have to say that's like my secondary email account, so it's not like my. What was I saying?
Serbia's in a really good position. I am so sorry.
Yeah, in the semi-final, because whilst I think it's more of a jury song rather than a televote song, I think they will get through on the televote, because they've got Croatia and Slovenia in the same semi. Let's talk about Poland, actually, because I think you guys have all seen Poland's rehearsal clip. I would love to know your thoughts. So, Dylan.
I actually love Poland. It's well, the song and the artists are very, very likable, in my opinion. The staging, at first, I was a bit skeptical because I love the video clip so much that I didn't, see how that would translate on the Eurovision stage, and I was a bit skeptical when I saw it the first time. But then, from what we've seen today, I think it's doing actually quite good, and Poland is not here for the win, unfortunately, this year, but I think they are doing great with what they have, and in the end, I'm very excited for them, and I think the song is also very, very catchy and something that will lit the arena and the Euroclub in Malmö.
Mhm. Yes, I like Poland. I think they've managed to do something really very visually interesting, and it is different from the video clip. And I agree with you, the video clip was really, really beautiful. It wasn't that translatable on a stage, I think, but the way they managed to put the metaphors into visual elements is very nicely done.
Sarah.
Yeah, I like it as well. I agree with everything that has been said. The only thing for me, why is everyone wearing spikes this year? I'm sick of all these spiky clothes. So I was just like, oh, spikes again. Really?
We're all going to be wearing spikes next year. Maybe it's like maybe it's just like the upcoming fashion and we just don't know it. Like shoulder, I'm down for shoulder pads making a return in the 80s. I've seen some different comments on Poland's staging. What I love, there's a few things I love about Poland this year. One, she's got the cute factor.
Yes.
And I think people are going to find her very cute visually, and also through her voice, which is very unique this year. Also, I love the fact that they're telling a story with the staging, and that story is very personal to her. Obviously, it's a very personal song. It doesn't look like we're going to have the kind of Poland's become a bit famous for kind of the graphic overlays, haven't they? It doesn't look like we're going to have
a PowerPoint presentation.
Have that this year, so it seems like we've learned. And yeah, I for me, Poland's a cert to go through to the final, actually. And it looks like they put a lot of effort into this staging, and we saw she's even on a horse at one point. You've got the towers. I think when we see it on TV, I think it's going to look absolutely stunning. So there we go. Let's have a look. We've got Nil Error is saying semi-final 2 feels like there's a clear and far ahead 10 qualifiers, but we might have some shock. Bubble Pirate, we forgot to answer your dance break question. I said we would. I'm so sorry. You think Malta will have the best dance break 2024? Well, Malta has definitely been one of the performances from the rehearsal that we're like, oh wow, where did this come from? What are your thoughts on Malta, Clara?
I like it. I think I didn't have any expectation whatsoever, but then in Amsterdam already, I was very impressed with her performance, and I was just like enjoying it very much. So I was thinking, because I always had the chatter that Malta is not going to qualify this year, but then I heard it live and I was like, actually, this is quite good. So I think it has even it's going to be. It's not a sure non-qualifier now. Let's put it this way.
Okay. And actually, in a good spot in the semi-final, I think, as an opener. Sarah.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a song that gets stuck in your head so quickly. And it was a lot of fun to watch her perform at Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam. It was nice. Just excited to see like the whole thing, of course, because you just have to do with snippets and what you've heard and what you've seen. And it's always very different once it's actually Eurovision.
Yeah. Well, in terms of answering the dance break question, Dylan, we've got a few, haven't we? Because we're going to have Cyprus, who's shown us in her clip that I'll call it her workout video. She looks like she is a dancer, so she looks like the dancing in that is going to be very good. We've got Austria as well. We've got Malta, probably those three. Would you? Oh, maybe Italy as well. I mean, Italy's not going to be dance.
Maybe.
And
Greece in the same category as Italy, you know, not very dance, but still.
Does the Rave part of the Netherlands count as a dance break?
Not like a female dance break.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a female dance break. I don't know why I said that, but is Tali gonna? There's no dance break in Luxembourg, is there?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some bridges that unite some parts of the songs together, but there's not like a a solo. There's not a Blanca solo sort of dance break.
That was me doing my Marina, like, what do you call it? Where they shake their hair. Hair flip, yeah.
You're the native speaker, you tell us.
That was my beard flip. And I can't think of any others. So I've totally lost my train of thought. So let's talk about Slovenia, because On In Travel says Slovenia was amazing today.
I haven't seen Slovenia today because the clip has been released now, but I think what she's done visually is very appealing, very aesthetical. I love how she has made nudity very classy, and nobody would think that, oh, she's just not wearing anything at all, just like some stickers here and here, which means she's done a fantastic job at keeping bodies artistic. And yes, Nick, we actually had a conversation before the live started with...
Can we embarrass Dylan now? Dylan, can we embarrass him?
He's red.
Not.
Oh, please. Can I just say, I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
Dylan is literally the most gentlemanly gentleman you will ever meet in your life. And Dylan, we freaking love you.
Mm-hmm.
You're such a lovely guy, and you are a true gentleman, as Jen should be. He has gone bright red.
Well, thank you, guys. You know, who would think of a Frenchman like that? I don't know.
Oh, he is. Oh, I love him. I love Dylan. Let's have a look. Cinnamilly, you're saying Slovenia looks too bright for me. I feel like it needs to be a bit dark. Actually, yes. When I saw a clip today, it looked. It was the blue looked too bright for me, actually, and I was expecting it to be darker. I mean, maybe the colours will change throughout. Maybe that's a part of the. So maybe it builds to this kind of brighter blue. But I'm with you on that. It did look a bit too sky blue for me, if that makes sense. Slovenia, Hankalu is saying Slovenia is really strong vocal and witch spirit, of course, because it's
so many witches this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my concern here is that who is the best witch between, on one hand we have Slovenia and on the other hand we have Ireland. And I think Ireland might be in a way higher and a best witch than Slovenia.
Yeah, but like they're all channeling witch, but it's a very different witch.
Yeah.
One is more like a witch in the caves and forests, that would be Bambisak, and the other one is more of a siren witch.
Yeah.
Siren witch. I will. I don't feel like I don't know much about witches at all, actually, so I don't feel like I can take part.
First, you have to watch Harry Potter.
Hankalu is saying Norway is also. Yes, I've never seen Harry Potter before.
Yes.
Granted, I've never read a Harry Potter book, and I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. So, if that's where I have to get my witch knowledge from, then
yes, actually, you do. That's
that's
where it all comes from.
Yeah. So Norway also.
And you have to read Clara's book,
Yes. Norway is also a witch, but for me, she's more like the spirit of the forest, or like Mother Nature itself raging.
I feel like we're having a witch off this year.
Witch
Whoever
off,
expected it, Eurovision. Guys, I'm going to give you. We can each have one other country that we haven't spoken about today that we can talk about, and then I feel like we'll go and watch these rehearsal clips because I'm desperate to watch them. So, Dylan, what country would you like to talk about that we haven't spoken about today?
Well, I could go for the easy one and say France, but instead I would probably go for Finland. In saying that I think that the Finnish delegation is trying really hard to upgrade their game and the staging. I think after what we've seen from the rehearsal and the photos, that Finland is definitely qualifying, and I'm on that hill here. I think it could actually do very, very well with the televote now, because it has this crazy vibe, crazy energy, and at the same time, it is not also something that people could easily disregard, moving on the next song. It also has popular pop culture elements that the people can relate to and then will keep in their mind, and so probably would boost Finland when the times of voting comes. I don't know what you think about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I think they're also, the delegation is trying to play by the rules.
But there are no rules.
Pun intended, yeah.
It's more like they're trying to make it classy or something, that it was very much Finnish humor. And they are, I guess, trying to make it, to polish it as much as so that there's no, like, a camera is not half a second late in the switch, and then the effect when they're trying to hide that he's not wearing any pants and so on, or like they're trying to polish it in a way that is, the humor is more clever.
Sarah, what country would you like to talk about?
Iceland.
Oh,
I am such a big fan of Iceland this year. Every clip I've seen of her is making me so happy, because she is so happy to perform. And it's just so lovely to see. So Iceland.
Hey, one other thing that I learned this morning with Clara and Fred at the breakfast table was she's 52 years old. I thought she was 38. I thought I was older than her.
She looks very good.
She looked amazing, and I literally want her to be my friend, and I want to hang out with her and go out drinking with her, and I want her to be like my wing woman. She's just, I love her, but I know that a lot of people, like, the song doesn't really do a lot for them, but I actually really like the song, and I love watching her perform it.
I think I love her more than I like the song.
See, for me, people are saying it sounds a bit dated, but then I think we were all saying Gustav sounded dated last year, and then he became a big fan favorite, and he ended up coming 6th or 7th in the top 10 or something. So, yeah, I mean, I think potentially it's probably not going to qualify, but I just love seeing all the the memes and the love for Hera, because she is mother. And I can't believe I just said that at the age of 40, but she is like, I absolutely freaking love her. But 52, it was amazing. Wow.
She's alive and kicking.
Yeah.
In Amsterdam, the host of the show wasn't very on point, and he introduced her as, she is 52 and she's alive and kicking. And he was like, what are you supposed to do at 52? Like, dig a hole and like jump? I don't know.
Oh, well, she would never be that person to dig a hole. She's there, and she's there. I love her. Anyway.
Oh, for me, Latvia has really improved, because I thought it was just going to be alone on stage, and he has included like a semicircle, no, like a full circle behind with colors, and it's just really mesmerizing, the whole thing. And I am impressed because it comes from Latvia, and I really didn't like this Citizeni. I didn't, and Samantha Tina was very color blocked. Like, there was no finesse to the last 3 stagings that Latvia has brought. Maybe Sudden Lights, they had a little bit more of taste with doing exactly the same thing they did for for Supernova. But I am very impressed that Dons has brought something unexpected.
Was there a prop behind him? Was there?
What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice anything else. I just noticed Don.
Crush alert.
Don's is my crush this year. He's my man crush. I am going to quickly go to Marcus Ericsson, who, and this is something else I found out about Hera Bjork, who's 52. She also has been an estate agent, or a real estate agent, as you would say in other countries.
Oh.
And she was selling the apartment up to, imagine walking out and like Hera Bjork is there selling an apartment. And who wouldn't buy an apartment from Hera Bjork?
Exactly.
My bank account wouldn't allow even if I want. In Iceland.
Yeah, but did I tell you guys she's 52? I can't believe it. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got a comment here. Andy, Clara, Dylan, Sada, and Ingest and the team. We have the best Eurovox team. Thank you. Can drift off to sleep listening to us talk. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Actually, now I'm starting to fall asleep listening to podcasts, and I find it so relaxing, and like you never feel alone when you hear someone voice while you go to bed.
Yeah, rally tip. Thank you so much. That's so kind. And again, thank you so much for all of your support, guys. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't watched us and you haven't found us annoying as hell tonight, please do subscribe because we've got lots more content coming up for you.
Please subscribe now that Andy is going to die off camera.
Yes, please. We need to invite to pay.
Send prayers. He has to survive the next day.
Sorry, apologies. And my country that I'm going to talk about, I don't think we've really spoken about. It's actually going to be Norway.
Nice.
Because like I actually still see now Norway as being, we were speaking earlier in the live about Ukraine potentially being one of those countries that could maybe come third in jury and televote and then win. And I also put Norway in that category.
Oh, I love that because they're my favorites this year.
I love Norway. There's nothing that I don't like about it. Like honestly, and yeah, I would, I can see it coming top 5 at least, but I think Norway may be a surprise people in that I think it will actually come even higher than people expect, and it's already kind of one of the most one of the favorites really, I guess. So yeah, Norway.
Nice.
And it's just, oh, sorry, I'm still talking about it. I'm actually going to talk about Norway for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to shut up now. Yeah,
no,
Norway.
Please keep going.
Norway. The one thing I love most about it is the rhythm, and for me, I call it a running rhythm. I don't know if that makes sense to people. I explain things in a weird way sometimes, but it's like a running rhythm. Like it feels like it's always gathering pace, kind of. Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes. There's also they do something with the tempo there.
Yeah. Oh, I just love best Norwegian entries ever. I would say.
I agree.
And Ibrahim is saying Norway will be good, and Cinnamilly, you're saying Norway are a huge dark horse, and that is the perfect place to leave it for tonight, I think. So we need to go and watch these rehearsal clips. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. Sarah, thank you. Dylan, the gentleman, my favorite gentleman, Dylan. No, what did we call you yesterday? We had a Clarita. Clarita.
Yeah.
It's like Senorita Clara. Clara, Senorita Clarita.
Little Clara in Spanish.
Oh,
Clarita, but with a K, right?
Clarita with a K. Since I spend a lot of time in Latvia, they spell my name with a K all the time. So Dylan now has decided to call me with a K.
There you go. Ellen, I'm going to say yes. Please send us a DM. We would dearly love to meet you.
Yes.
And we will. So when do you arrive? Well, send us a DM and let us know when you actually arrive in Malmö. And thank you for sharing my bed with me tonight.
Oh.
At least someone did. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.